Hey everyone. Man, it has been cold lately. There's snow on the ground. It's been snowing a little bit. Nothing too bad though. It didn't need to shovel or anything. But today, being Mardi Gras, I figured that I would make a video about atheism and religion. Um, just to start off, I was raised Roman Catholic, and right around the time I was 17, um, I was exposed to the idea that it's possible to not believe in any religion and to just live your life without that. Um, and I found it interesting, and I did some research, and I really thought about it, and I came to the conclusion that magic is just not something that I consider necessary anymore to our lives. Um, and just even what we do today with religion, I'm going to be going back to Catholicism and Christianity a lot because it's what I know the most. I was raised Catholic, and I went to Catholic grammar school and Catholic high school. So I know my Bible. Um, but lots of the traditions, especially around Christmas, were taken from pagan religions so that we could basically merge with them in the past. Like Christmas trees, the Easter bunny for Easter, that was for fertility, their fertility holiday, which is why they also have eggs. Um, and it's just a bunch of garbage, really. I mean, there's billboards put up by atheists saying, "Keep the merry, but ditch the myth." It's basically you can celebrate Christmas. I mean, we don't have anything against Christmas, but when you're getting mad at us for calling it Xmas because we're taking the Christ out of Christmas, I mean, it's nothing that you should be offended about because Christmas and Mardi Gras and Easter have become more than just religious. I mean, people who aren't even religious get to celebrate it because you get days off for Christmas. It's no longer necessary for society to have this magical thing behind all of the stuff that is part of our culture now. You don't need to be religious to celebrate. It's part of American culture, and you can find it around the world. There are religious people that really find the religious significance in it, but what do Christmas lights have to do with the birth of Jesus Christ? Nothing. Nothing at all. Um, so being part of our culture is important because it makes it so that they have something to fight about. They feel like they have some power. And religion was definitely necessary in the past. It brought us to where we are today. Um, when religion was being invented, because it was invented by man, we're the only creatures that worship. Um, when it was being invented, it was just look at the rules. It was basically such that society could prosper and exist. It's like, don't kill people, don't cheat on your wife, make sure you understand that there's a being in the sky that's always watching you, and if you do something bad behind their back or you lie, then they will punish you later on. It was just trying to make everyone a better person, and it's gotten out of hand because people take it way too seriously and they nitpick. For example, in the Bible, it does say that you should, I believe, stone a homosexual behavior. Well, not the behavior, the people engaging in the homosexual behavior. And people just love to quote that. There's a post on Facebook somewhere where a woman quotes Deuteronomy, I think it is, about the homosexuals, and someone commented on her status saying that, quoting Leviticus, where it says that if a woman is not a virgin on the wedding night, that she should be stoned to death. And she was just like, "Oh my gosh, you're disgusting." When you nitpick like that, it just makes what you're saying irrelevant. You can't just take this arbitrary book, this Bible, that's made up of a bunch of different books from different time periods, and it's not even including a lot of them that were written. The Bible could be very extended, but a long time ago people nitpicked and chose the ones that they thought were the best, and that's what became the Bible. There were lots of different books up for being into the Bible, but only the ones that we know in the King James Bible were selected. But when you take this arbitrary book and you pick out stuff and you are trying to impose what you think is right on other people, that's where atheists have a problem with your magic. We don't care if you believe in fairy tales. I mean, most of us believe that you should be free to do whatever you want. If you want to pretend, that's fine. You can talk to yourself. You think you're talking to your deity, but you're really just talking to yourself. That's fine. It's just when you start trying to impose your morals on society as a whole. You see people thanking God for small things that happen in their life. And for me at least, it just makes me cringe a little bit because you think about all of the bad. I mean, there's starving children. Children are innocent. They're not there yet. They haven't grown up enough to understand anything, and they have to deal with hunger and disease and death. And it's not just something where they're hungry for a little bit and they die. It's very painful. And you're thanking God for allowing you to get tickets to a concert, for example. It's just ridiculous. They have a really good system going because, at least in America, religious institutions don't get taxed. So they have these people that are under the impression that they need to support this church because it'll help them have a better eternal life after they die. When really these churches are just sucking up money and hiding child molesters. I mean, it's just like beer. Beer did serve its purpose because the water had microbes in it, and it was causing a lot of death. And the people that were just drinking beer, they ended up surviving because the process killed all the bacteria. So they were able to survive drinking the beer instead of getting sick off of the water. We don't have to drink beer now. We have access to clean water. We have come in society at this point to a place where we don't need an imaginary being to tell us that what's right and what's wrong. We know that we're not supposed to hurt other people. But some of this mumbo-jumbo in there, like just different sexual acts, why would the creator of the universe care about what tiny people are doing with their genitals? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And this stuff is still happening. Religion is steadily decreasing. There's more atheists coming out, which is good. But still, there's just ridiculous garbage happening all the time. Very recently, there was a law passed in Michigan, the entire state of Michigan, where if you're caught doing any oral or anal sex act, that you could serve 15 years in prison for that. I mean, and this is between consenting adults. So you have two adults that are consenting to do something even in the privacy of their home, if you're somehow caught doing that, you both go to jail for 15 years. I don't understand how this is still happening.